Writing Task 2. Band 9 Score Model Essay with Advanced Vocabulary. Question. We are becoming increasingly dependent on computers. They are used in business, hospitals, crime detection, and even to fly planes. What things will they be used for in the future? Is this dependence on computers a good thing, or should we be more suspicious of their benefits? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. You should write at least 250 words. Model Answer 1. Today, the computer has become an indispensable tool in our day-to-day activities. In fact, we find it very difficult to get through a working day without it. In this essay, we will discuss the usage of computers in the foreseeable future. Also, we will analyze how this dependency will have negative impacts on society. To begin with, computers can be used in performing daily chores at the house. For instance, cleaning of the home can be done with the minimum effort and time with the advent of robot maids. In addition, teachers can use computers for teaching their students by staying at their own place. In other words, tutors can arrange multiple classes in different cities at the same time with the help of this tool. Thus, it is obvious that the computer can be used in household work as well as for teaching purposes in the coming future. However, inordinate usage of this tool has many disadvantages. First of all, human beings will be replaced by this machine, leading to the increase in unemployment, which is intrinsically tied to the rate of the crime within the nation. Furthermore, the absence of physical presence of teachers in the classroom can raise the problems of discipline within the students. In other words, social development of these pupils will be harmed and thereby will cause a hindrance in the nation's social growth. From above, it can be seen that computers will be used for various activities at home as well as at educational institutions in the future. But excessive utilization of this machine can boost the issues related to jobs, causing a rise in crime and afflicting the young people's development. It is thus hoped that people will be made aware of the harmfulness of relying too much on computers. Model Answer 2. Computers are a relatively new invention. The first computers were built 70 years ago, and it is in the last 40 years or so that their influence has affected our everyday life. Personal computers were introduced as recently as the early 80s. In this short time, they have made a tremendous impact on our lives. We are now so dependent on computers that it is hard to imagine what things would be without them. You have only got to go into a bank when their main computer is broken to appreciate the chaos that would occur if computers were suddenly removed worldwide. In the future, computers will be used to create bigger and even more sophisticated computers. The prospects for this are quite alarming. They will be so complex that no individual could hope to understand how they work. They will bring a lot of benefits, but they will also increase the potential for unimaginable chaos. They will, for example, be able to fly planes, and they will be able to coordinate the movements of several planes in the vicinity of an airport. Providing all the computers are working correctly, nothing can go wrong, but if one small program fails, disaster. There is a certain inevitability that technology will progress and become increasingly complex. We should, however, ensure that we are still in a position where we can control the technology. It will be too easy to suddenly discover that technology is controlling us. By then it might be too late. I believe that it is very important to be suspicious of the benefits that computers will bring and to make sure that we never become totally dependent on a completely technological world. Sample Answer 3. Computers are a relatively new invention, and it's been only 50 years or so since the first computer was evolved. Until then, computers have become an inevitable part of our lives, and we cannot think of even a single day without the use of computers. From a small departmental shop to a large corporate business, from traffic signal controlling to launching rockets, the computer is a must. Again, hospitals, offices, defense and intelligence departments, and educational institutes use computers at every level of their work and service. To understand that, we will just have to go to a bank, where account holders' information and other financial figures are kept on a server computer. If anything goes wrong with the server computer, the result is overwhelming and devastating. Similarly, in a hospital where all data and medical records are stored in computers, and even these computers are used to do many intricate operations. Any error with the computers can affect lots of human lives. It seems that computers are a very vital part of the current world, and as the speed and capability of computers increase day by day, we are becoming more dependent. From personal entertainment to collecting outer space data, from traffic controlling to DNA research, computers are the main tools to depend on. In the future, researchers will use computers and artificial intelligence to bring out the results from most of the research. Humans will try to gather more data on the outer world, and the computer systems and computer-controlled machines will be used to find a suitable alternative for the world to live in. Scientists will invade inner-sea environments for more resources. The education system will be mostly dependent on computers. As artificial intelligence improves in the future, so will the robotics to replace humans with computers to do most of the jobs. Lie detectors and DNA testing systems will be flawless, and the criminal investigating departments will use the computers to find the clues of any crime. Satellite communications and the internet would be a part of our lives, and all the present communication systems like fax, mail, or telegram will be just history for the next coming generation. Most people will read from a computer screen and will write through a keyboard or voice recognition systems. In short, computers will be used in almost all levels of life, from playing video games to digital cyberwar in the future. Throughout history, humans have always invented and are still trying to invent new tools and machines to make our lives more secure and easy. But no other single device or tool has been as influential as the computer. Day by day we're becoming more and more dependent upon computers. In my opinion, we cannot stop using computers, or even we can't lessen the uses of computers. The development of technology will follow its own track no matter what we think about it. Dependency is necessary, but too much of it can be malevolent for the whole human race when it comes in terms of computers. So we must make sure that we are controlling machines, not the machines controlling us. We don't want a scenario like the famous Hollywood movie, Terminator, where humans are fighting for their existence against their own created machines. Sample answer 4. In my opinion, there is nothing wrong in depending on computers. They play a major role in our daily life. Nowadays, parents want their child to study in a school that has smart classrooms. A smart classroom consists of a projector, a laptop, or a palm-top for each child. Usage of computers at a hospital is vital because it helps the hospital management to keep track of every patient's medical history. Also, computers are used in electrocardiogram tests, echo tests, and in many other tests that save millions of lives. Moreover, this cutting-edge technology is also used in many sports like cricket, football, and tennis. For example, in cricket, Hawkeye technology is used to find no balls and leg-by wickets. Furthermore, without computers, it would have been impossible for us to find the presence of water on the moon. Consider satellites. They play a humongous role in telecommunications, and without them, humankind cannot think of communicating with overseas friends or relatives. My cousin is just 6 years old, but she is watching videos on YouTube on her own, which implies that computers attract younger generations. Though this advent in the state-of-the-art technology has many advantages, it also has a few disadvantages. Nowadays, children are browsing adult content on the internet, which will surely spoil them. Due to much advancement in technology, it makes a person lazy, which is the potential cause of obesity, diabetes, and many such diseases. In spite of having few disadvantages, dependency on computers is more appreciable, but it should be in limits. There should be an equilibrium between science and nature. Model answer 5. Computers are tools made by humans to make things easier and to make our lives advanced. The computers have become an essential product in every house, every office, and even in the everyday life of people. Psychology, sociology, mathematics, biology, environmental science, crime investigations, constructions and engineering sector, technology-related fields, vocational training, etc. are the fields where computers have printed their footpath to prove their importance. Programs in a computer are used to complete tasks in a robot also. Such computers are essential in our lives. The software of computers could be used for many purposes, such as learning through computers, accounting in computers, drawing, storage of information, sending information from one person to another, etc. With time, demand for computers is also increasing. An example can be, In every interview for the government, private, or non-government jobs, they prefer to check the knowledge and usage of computers that is to obtain maximum output from employees within a small time duration. Since a computer needs only a small space compared to cupboards of files, it is very easy to store the documents in the computer in a soft version and could be reused at any time without physical damages or losses. The same file could be stored in different locations in a safe manner. There are more advantages of computers than their disadvantages. This is the era of technological evolution. In future models and versions, the computers will be more user-friendly even for an uneducated person. This will definitely lead to an increase in the usage of the computers. Sometimes, we should be suspicious of its benefits. For example, a talented person's real talent may be disclosed by a person who does the work of a computer. The writing skills of the children decrease due to the usage of computers. Also, they get more eye problems, get addicted to computer-based games, and have ergonomic problems from spending much time on computers. But these are due to the malpractices of humans and not by computers. If we use the computers only for proper practices, then we can realize the invention of the computer is only for the benefits. Sample answer 6. Ever since our childhood, we have been learning that necessity is the mother of invention. Now in this global era, it seems to be really true. In the future, technology will have tremendous effects on our societies, the global environment, and the economy. After a few decades, the world will be using much more advanced technology than the present. For the sake of argument, today's generation seems to be amazed when they listen to that people used to carry a 2-square-inch floppy disk for just 64 megabytes 2 decades before. In this essay, I will discuss the impacts of technology on our future. Today, whatever advanced technology we have, it has made the survival of human beings easier, and the reverse is true if we are misusing it. Solving complex business issues, collecting and creating solid forensic evidence, and even taking help from autopilot at an altitude of 37,000 feet and more, all these useful advancements in technology have created a hot debate about where technology can go further in the future. Nowadays, scientists are also worried about global warming issues, which show significant effects of industrialization to which the world is going. In the future, technology will be so advanced that travel between one corner of the world and another will be more luxurious and short, leading superpowers of the world to make their defense stronger. Alternate energy resources may replace conventional ones, and the use of technology, especially information technology, will bring the world closer and closer. In the end, I believe that a sufficient amount of money should be allotted in the budget for technology improvement so environmental issues may be addressed substantially, and international law enforcement agencies should remain proactive to play their role in perceiving and addressing local and international breaches of labor and environmental laws, respectively. Sample answer 7. We are well aware of the latest technology and gadgets used around us. In all the electronic gadgets, the use of computers has increased a lot in our day-to-day life. It has a big role in almost all the places in our society. Like hospitals, police stations, crime detections, and airplanes, where computers can be used to keep a record of a patient history, current status of his disease, to keep the records of crimes in a particular city, to measure air pressure, and to give updated information, and so on. The computer has made our life so comfortable and easy. In old days we used to keep all records in a file, which was manual and paperwork. It used to take so much space to store lots of files. You needed to remember all the files and where they had been placed so that searching would be easy, and people needed to be hired to give the safety to those files. This all hectic task has been replaced by a small computer. Now there is no paperwork, and everything can be stored in a 1 terabyte hard disk. It's portable to carry from one place to another, share the information easily, and can search a record in a fraction of a second. Moreover, it can be used in other activities also. Like if we want to research something or to know anything worldwide, we can plug in an internet connection to computers and Google any information. It also helps students in their studies, like reading books, painting, sketching, mathematics calculation, or any other work related to study. In this type we are almost dependent on computers in various ways. In my opinion, there will be some other concepts of computers in the future. For example, we give instructions to computers to perform any operation. The computer cannot do anything unless we are not passing instructions to it. But in the future, there is a possibility to program a computer in such a manner that it will decide what operations it needs to perform in what scenarios and how to solve any type of issue, which is called a robot. Our scientists are working hard on various research, like life after death and cloning a human with the help of computers. This invention will cross every limit of life, and we would be able to make anything possible that seems impossible now. Dependency on computers can be helpful or can bring serious issues also in our lives. For example, if a robot is programmed to trouble humans or to create problems, it will be a serious threat for us. Robot computers can do anything, like murder, robbery, and bomb blasting, as they would not have any emotion to think about the human and the pain of life loss, which can bring disaster. So in my opinion, excess of anything is bad. We can be in a soup if anything goes wrong in the programming of high-end human computers. Using computers is good to some extent, but it should not go beyond the usual limit and our natural lifestyle. Model answer 8. The invention of the computer is referred to as an epoch among the other technological breakthroughs of the last century. The role of computers in today's lifestyle has reached such dizzy heights that anyone could ever imagine. Righteously, its use in various fields of medicine, crime investigation, and even aerospace engineering is explicit. In the midst of a computer-driven world, its future purposes are infinite. The affinity that humans have developed for this technological gizmo is monumental, and this dependency, for many, is moot. In the present scenario, the majority of the fields mankind thrives on are revolutionized by computers. Its significance in the medical field, for instance, is quite imperative. For example, from the safeguarding of patient medical records to the automated and meticulous interpretation of investigation reports, are computerized. The role of computers in crime investigation is rather inevitable nowadays. Global satellite tracking on personal gadgets of criminals to chase them down would exemplify this. Another significant technological impact computers made is in aerospace, where, even flying an aircraft has become computerized. Was Charles Babbage dubious whether this was the same? The future use of computers by humankind is endless. To name or pinpoint its future prospects would be cumbersome or rather impossible. Some believe that in the near future, computers will serve the purpose of being the first hand of help to humans. A globalized world under the umbrella of the computer revolution is not as far-sighted as before. The very existence of computer-operated human robots that could even replace a human is not a myth anymore. Now, having discussed about the computer revolution and its effects on mankind, a question of one getting dependent on computers is impeccable. In this globalized world, computer addiction is a major concern that is unattended. Children spending long hours on computers and their misuse in workplaces by employees is ubiquitous and a generally accorded bane. In my opinion, as humans, one should be able to imbibe the virtues and reject the vices when it comes to using computers. Model answer 9. We are living in an ultra-modern tech time, and the computer is the greatest invention of this 24th century. The sky-touching demand for computers exists in each and every sector of our lives. Hence the dependency on it is increasing significantly. Nowadays, hardly any sector can be found where a computer is not used, and I think it is going to spread out more in the near future. From my point of analysis, computers are going to take the place of many professionals like doctors, engineers, or legal advisors very soon. Maybe these days are not so far when we would consult with supercomputers in regards to our health issues or any legal advice instead of the professional body. Moreover, I believe some special utilization of computers, like flying planes, would be used randomly in our future daily life. For instance, it will not be surprising at all if computers are going to be our future car drivers or traffic controllers. Without any doubt, the computer is one of the blessings of modern science that makes our life more convenient. However, it is believed that mass utilization of computers can be harmful to our health and social life. The critics are also skeptical about its benefits due to the negative aspects, such as circularizing it like cybercrime or the least physical movements of the human body. Despite these issues, I suppose a computer is a fundamental need of people nowadays. The computer has reduced the workload and saved the precious time that may possibly be used in more productive works or resolving some alarming global problems like finding the cure for the fatal disease, preventing terrorism and war, or settling for refugees. In conclusion, I believe computers will be used in every sector of our lives in the near future, and we will become free from such typical responsibilities to do something great for the betterment of our next generation as well as our planet. If you like the video, please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel.